We were at her cousin's wedding, big venue, chandeliers, loud music. During the toasts, my wife Mia stood, raised her glass, and introduced me to the table as just a friend. Not husband, not partner, friend. I felt the room pause. I kept my face neutral, lifted my glass, and said, clearly, "You misheard." She meant ex-wife. Silence. People stared. Mia flushed. Her mother didn't. She smiled, small and satisfied. That told me everything. This wasn't a slip. It was a move. What led up to that moment, our marriage had been thinning for a while. Early on, Mia was magnetic, smart, confident, charming. We clicked. We moved in, married, made plans. Then the small downgrade started. At a barbecue, she introduced me as her +1. At her office party, "This is Jack from work." To a friend at a cafe, "He holds my purse when I run to the bathroom." I joked it off. She called it easier. I told myself she valued privacy. But it wasn't privacy, it was distance. And I accepted it because I loved her and thought the phase would pass. The bar conversation. After the toast at the wedding, I found her at the bar. I asked about friend. She said, "Not now," then blamed nerves and family expectations. Translation, her mother's standards. I said if her love depended on their approval, it wasn't love. She said she loved me. I said she loved the version of me that didn't make waves. I went back to the table, grabbed my coat, and left. The motel and the sentence that stuck, I checked into a cheap motel and stared at the ceiling until a thought landed that I wrote down on the scratch pad. I deserve to be seen. That was the core of it. I'd been an accessory in my own marriage. The purse holder. The from work guy. The safe option she could downplay in public. The apology. The next day, she came by my apartment in a hoodie and said she panicked. That her mom pressures her. That she was sorry. I told her calling me a friend wasn't a slip. It was the shape of our relationship in her mind. She said she loved me and wanted to fix it. I asked what fix meant. It would mean I'm a partner in her life, named, claimed, respected, without bargaining or performance. She promised change. I realized the promise proved the point. Pride shouldn't need practice. I told her I was done waiting to be chosen. She left in tears. I boxed up her things. The apartment was quiet again, but it felt like a clean slate. Her brother filled in the missing piece. A few days later, I met her brother, Darren, for coffee. He said the smile on their mom's face at the wedding wasn't shock. It was recognition. Years ago, their mom chose safe, too, and has carried private regret ever since. She's been pushing Mia not to repeat her mistake, measuring men by established, impressive, approved. It was never really about me. It was about a story her mom wrote and Mia tried to live inside. It made sense. It didn't excuse anything. Darren said, "The bar shouldn't exist." He called me a good guy and said sometimes love isn't enough when respect is missing. He was right. The park. A week later, I saw Mia in the park with a tall, polished guy named Nathan. We exchanged polite words. I wasn't jealous. For the first time in a long time, I didn't measure myself against anyone. We walked past each other. No scene, no speech. Just an ending. What I kept and what I let go, I stopped blaming myself for not being enough. I stopped trying to win approval from people who move the goalposts. I kept one sentence from that motel pad and built around it. I deserve to be seen. I won't be minimized to make someone else look bigger. I'm done being a safety net marketed as love. I started a simple list. Learn to cook a real meal, take the coastal road trip, say yes to new people, no to moving goalposts. The mother's smile, reread. That small smile at the wedding used to feel like triumph over me. Now it looks like regret projected onto her daughter and then onto me. She mistook steady for settling, and Mia inherited the metric. I can feel compassion for that without living under it. The end? Plainly, my wife called me a friend in public. I called her my ex-wife, and then I meant it. She apologized. I listened. I chose myself. There was no dramatic reunion, no revenge arc, no perfect closure, just a quiet walk in a park where I realized I was finally free of a role I never should have accepted. Sometimes leaving isn't losing. Sometimes it's the first honest thing you do. Thanks for watching. If you like Story Pulse, subscribe my channel.